Hey everyone, today we're jumping into the world of online fundraising. We're going to look at 10 websites that can help you raise money for, well, pretty much anything. Whether you're trying to pay a bill or launch the next big thing, there's probably a platform for you. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a tight spot, maybe needing a little extra to cover rent? Or on the flip side, maybe you got this amazing business idea, but, zero capital to get it off the ground. Or, hey, maybe it's just about that dream trip you've always wanted to take. The internet has totally changed the game here, creating this whole new way for people who need help to connect with people who want to help. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the most direct way to fundraise online. I'm talking about platforms that are built specifically for personal pleas. These are the sites where it's all about sharing your story and just asking for help. And yeah, believe it or not, this whole practice actually has a name. It's called cyberbegging. Now, that might sound a little harsh, but really, it's just the modern day version of passing a hat around. The big difference? It's on a global scale. It's a way for someone who's really struggling financially to connect with strangers who might be able to offer a little bit of help. All right, so the first website on our list is cyberbig.com, and they claim to be the OG site for this kind of thing. The whole process is super straightforward. You just create an account, you write about your situation, and then you put that plea out there to a worldwide audience, hoping for a bit of a financial rescue. And here's a quote from a real post on the site, just to give you a feel for it. It's really raw, personal stuff. You got a dad here just trying to make ends meet for his son, trying to get back on his feet. And honestly, it's these kinds of genuine, from the heart appeals that really connect with donors. Up next, we have beggingmoney.com. Now, this platform has been around for a while, since 2009. And in that time, they've built up a pretty big community, connecting over 20,000 users with donors. The fact that they've been in this space for so long really says something, right? And the impact here can be absolutely life-changing. We're talking about some incredible success stories. For example, there was a woman who funded her entire nursing school education using the site. And then there was a single mom who, after her husband passed away unexpectedly, managed to clear over $40,000 in debt. Just wow. Okay, and if you're looking for something super simple, there's ebeggars.com. It's designed to be as easy as possible. You share your story, and boom, any donations you get from kind strangers go straight into your PayPal. It cuts out a lot of the usual hassle. All right, so we've talked about these direct personal pleas. Now let's shift gears a bit and look at platforms that have a slightly different angle. These sites are kind of the next step in the evolution, right? We're moving away from just open-ended requests and more towards raising money for specific projects and causes with clear goals. And a huge player in the space is justgiving.com. Think of it like a global social hub just for fundraising. You can use it to raise money for a big established charity, you can set up recurring donations, or you can create a campaign for your own personal cause. It's just incredibly versatile. And in that same vein, you've got fundly.com. This one covers a huge range of causes. I mean, everything from local sports teams and school projects all the way to disaster relief and even memorials. The key takeaway here is just how flexible it is. It works for individual needs and for whole community projects. Okay, now for something a little more specialized, fundmytravel.com. And yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. This site is all about helping people fund their travel dreams. And that could be anything, really. Volunteering abroad, a study program, a family emergency, or yeah, even that epic vacation you've been dreaming about forever. And if you look at some of the real campaigns on there, you really see the full spectrum of what people are funding. On one hand, you've got someone like Anna, who's raising money for a personal trip to Tokyo, London, and Canada. And then on the other hand, you have someone like Alyssa, who's fundraising for a mission to improve healthcare in Vietnam. So cool. All right, let's switch it up again. Now we're getting into the platforms built for the creators, the innovators, the entrepreneurs. This is where online fundraising really starts to shake things up, It's disrupting those old school funding models by connecting big ideas directly with the people who want to back them. And a great example of this is fundable.com. This is a serious platform built for business. Its whole purpose is to connect entrepreneurs with a network of actual, credible investors and customers, people who are actively looking to support new products and services. And wow, the numbers really speak for themselves. In just 10 years, businesses on Fundable have raised over $570 million. So yeah, we're not talking about small change here. This platform is facilitating major investments into brand new companies, funding everything from game-changing hygiene products to, get this, autonomous robot suitcases. And of course, we have to talk about Kickstarter. I mean, it's probably one of the most famous crowdfunding platforms on the planet, right? It's laser focused on creative projects, things like art, film, video games, music, cool new tech, you name it. And the scale is just mind blowing. But honestly, forget the billions of dollars for a second. The real impact of Kickstarter is how it completely changed the game for creators. It lets them bypass all the traditional gatekeepers, the big publishers and studios. It gives artists a direct line to their fans. And because of that, thousands and thousands of amazing passion projects have come to life that probably never would have seen the light of day otherwise. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's talk about the giants of the crowdfunding world. These are the massive, super flexible platforms that can handle pretty much any fundraising need you can possibly think of. First up in this category is gogetfunding.com, and what really makes them stand out is their fee structure. They only take a 4% platform fee, which is pretty low, and what that means is that more of the money you donate actually goes to the person or the cause you're trying to support. And then there's the biggest name in the game, GoFundMe. Since they started back in 2010, this platform has helped people raise an absolutely staggering $25 billion. I mean, that number is so big, it's almost hard to wrap your head around. And if you want some perspective on that scale, just think about this. GoFundMe gets at least one donation every single second. It's this constant 24/7 global river of support for millions of campaigns. People are funding everything from medical bills and graduations to memorials and emergencies. So, okay, we've looked at all these different platforms, but what's the secret sauce? What makes a campaign successful? Well, it turns out there's one piece of advice that's absolutely critical no matter which site you use. And it really just comes down to this: be sincere, be honest, and be genuinely in need. Look, success is never a guarantee, right? But a compelling, authentic story that clearly explains your situation, that is what's going to connect with people. That's what will resonate with donors and attract support. And that kind of leaves us with one last big question to chew on. As these platforms just keep getting bigger, handling billions and billions of dollars in peer-to-peer support, are we actually watching the very idea of community evolve right before our eyes? Is online crowdfunding becoming our new digital town square? Is this a new way we rally around each other when someone needs help?